Hello again, everybody. This is Matador from freetradingvideos.com. It's Thursday, April 2nd. Hope your April Fool's Day went well yesterday on that little gap down retracement. Today, we're finally past some intraday resistance. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But we're up above the 8,000 mark on the Dow for the first time in 2 months. Again, just some Yahoo Finance news. A lot of that is spawned from the G20. They're going to give $1 trillion to the IMF, World Banks, and they're pledging to get cracking on the world economy. Again, it's interesting to watch what they're doing. It seems like the market is pricing that in fairly quickly. Hopefully they can keep up with it. Anyway, new jobless claims jump. Factory orders are up. So that's not necessarily a good thing. Number of people filing new jobless claims jumped unexpectedly last week. Those continuing to receive benefits hit a 10th straight record high. So just be careful of that and watch out for how people are going along in here. Even though it looks great on news events like this, kind of have to look at the underlying events going on in the world. So with all that being said, here's a nice little gap up, and there's the 8250 area that we've been talking about for so long. So, and again, this is the S&P 500 tracking index on a 60-minute chart, and that's just one nice way to drill down into a daily chart. So here's a daily chart. You see a nice gap up. It's the exact same picture. We know where our next levels are. You could take those across, fine-tune them by zooming in, but that would be a good target to look for. That happens to be the 87, 88 area. So right through here on a daily chart, you can see a beautiful gap up right past the 82, 8250 area into 83. We bounced right on that whole round number, higher highs and higher lows. Now we're basing on our high at around 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so what are we running into next? Let's just zoom out here on a 60-minute chart, and it's actually, we're hitting it, this 84 area mark, which we're kind of beating through right now. That's fantastic. So watch this area right now, because just above that, we've got the 80, what is this? I would say 86 area. Right in here at a nice high base. Let me go back just a little bit. Nice run up, and then a big sell-off. And there's actually a gap back here. So if I zoom in on that, just to show you, if you can't see it, see that gap down? That's actually going to cause us a little bit of trouble starting right around in here to here. So again, watch out for this right through here. That dragged over to the right ends up being, again, something to watch out for, and that's actually very close to where we are right now. Let me go one more out. So that will be the next area to look out for, this area up in here. That's just a way to fine-tune it again on a 60-minute chart. And excellent. So that's the broad markets. A lot of stocks are performing well in parallel to that. Of course, Apple doing very, very nicely. Goldman Sachs gapped up, didn't really run anywhere yet. If you look at what's causing that, you can see the declining 200 MA. There's hardly ever an accident on a chart. So if something's gapping up, and it stops, you can almost always find a reason for it. And in this case, it's big red, declining right into that. So again, be careful with that. We can see what's going on with Apple. He was sort of free and clear to run until this level, which he's blasted through, which is great. Next level will be in here. And then its own declining 200 MA will extrapolate nicely down into this area too. So a little bit more free run is now stopping at the 114 mark. Having trouble with that round number. One nice test of it. Let's take a look at a few more. Potash. Interesting, nice little run up. Sold off a little bit. Let's see what's going on with him. Just still working on that gap back there. So you can see that he had a bit of a gap down here that he's trying to fight through. About a 50% retracement of this run-up. That's another little problem area. Bank of America, just looking through some of these. Big gap up and then sell-off. Daily chart of him, again, shows some overhead resistance still intact. The IBMs of the world, nice breakout above the 200 MA. That's powerful. Very, very nice. Doesn't mean it's a good buy right now. It just means that at least it's tested that area one time. And always interesting stocks like Google. Yep, so he's got some room to run. Again, be careful how you go long in here after a big gap up and I would say multi-hour run up on an intraday chart. Kind of have to time it a little bit better than that. Anyway, I'm actually in Apple and Goldman, so this isn't an advertisement or anything for you to get in those. I just want to tell you that. And just be careful how you go along here. Let's take a look at the trend. 0.66 is a great number, not too overbought, but nicely rising. And the trend Q is actually a little bit, in some ways, overbought. So people would see this, some people would see this as a bearish signal, actually, that how can the market sustain that kind of rally for very long? So be careful. That would be a contrary way to look at it. Without a nice confirmation that the VIX is dropping, I'd be very careful how I went long here after this beautiful gap up. So always erring on the side of caution, and trading nicely in the face of that is a great way to go. So great to be back with you again on this Thursday. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Stay tuned for D7's video this evening. It's going to be an awesome one on this news. So talk to you guys later. Love your comments. Keep them coming like always. And I decided that I'm going to burn some videos actually to answer questions. And that'll be a great thing to look for in the evening from me. So again, have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.